Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Dian Wulandari. Number 1. Opinion about psycholinguistics. Psycholinguistics is a fascinating field that explores the intricate relationship between language and the mind. It examines how we acquire, produce, and understand language, shedding light on the cognitive processes underlying these abilities. This interdisciplinary approach, bridging linguistic and psycholinguistic, offers valuable insights into how language shapes our thoughts, behaviors, and social interactions. Understanding psycholinguistics can exchange our appreciation of the complexities of human communication and inform various practical applications. From language teaching to artificial intelligence. Number 2. Importance of psycholinguistics in language learning. Psycholinguistics plays a crucial role in language learning by providing insight into how people process and acquire new language. Key contributions include understanding cognitive processes. Psycholinguistics helps identify the mental mechanisms involved in learning and using a language, such as memory, perception, and problem solving. This knowledge can inform more effective teaching strategies that align with natural cognitive processes, informing teaching methods. By understanding how learners acquire language, educators can develop methods that cater to different learning styles and stages. For example, psycholinguistic research highlights the importance of immersive and interactive experiences in language acquisition. Addressing challenge. Insight from psycholinguistics can help address common challenges in language learning, such as difficulties with pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary retention. It can also aid in developing an interpretation for language disorders and changing motivation. Understanding the psycholinguistic aspect of motivation and engagement can help teachers create a more stimulating learning environment that fosters enthusiasm and perceived interest in language learners. Number 3. Motivating students in language learning. As a teacher, motivating students in language learning involves creating and engineering a supportive environment. Here are his strategies to influence students' interest, relevance, and application. Show students how language skills are relevant to their lives and future goals. Use real-world example and application to make learning meaningful. Interactive and collaborative activities encourage participation through group work, discussion, and interactive exercise that make learning dynamic and fun. Positive reinforcement, provide constructive feedback, and celebrate process to build students' confidence and enthusiasm. Cultural immersions. Integrated cultural elements relate to the language being taught, such as music, food, and traditions, to spark curiosity and engagement. Personalized learning adapts lessons to meet the interests and needs of individual students, making learning more personal and motivating. Goal setting helps students set achievable goals and track their progress. The sense of accomplishment can drive further motivation. Number 4. Using recursion in language teaching. Recursion, the process of repeating items in a self-similar way, is a fundamental concept in both language and cognitive processes. Implementing recursion in language teaching can enhance students' understanding and attention. Here's how recursion grammar exercise. Teach students to recognize and use recursive grammatical structures such as nested clauses and phrase. For example, in English, students can practice creating sentences with relative clauses. The book that you gave me is on the table. Incremental learning. Use a recursive approach to build on previous knowledge. Start with simple concept and gradually introduce more complex structures, revisiting and expanding on earlier lessons. Storytelling and writing encourage students to write stories or essays that use recursive elements, such as flashbacks or parallel narratives, to develop their ability to structure coherently problem solving. Implement recursive solving exercise where students break down complex language text into smaller, manageable parts and then recombine them. Interactive activities use games and activities that involve recursive patterns, such as creating fractal art or playing language-based puzzle games that require recursive thinking. By leveraging the concept of recursion, teacher can help students grasp the hierarchical and repetitive nature of language, changing their overall comprehension and ability to use the language effectively. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.